can't see with my fucking... What's good, team? How are we all going? Let's keep building. We're finally getting some pretty good success with these strategies now. Thank you for the likes. Who is that? Who we got? Got a couple of people. What's happening? How's everyone's day going? Evening? So we're getting 500 trades for the Dow trends. Really trying to make this one work. I know there's an edge there, which we're nearly getting there. Let's move these out of the way. What's good? How you going? Thank you for the likes. Thank you. If you have any questions, let me know. We're working on Dow Theory today, so it's a new one down the bottom here. Dow Theory, trends. It's a daily system. Get rid of this one. So we'll just run this 1v1. Let's do it. V1. Get rid of some of these other ones. terrible. What the fuck's going on there? Still nothing too appealing. Yo, what's good? What's happening? How's your week going? We're nearly there. What do you build? What are you working on at the moment? Whatever I've done to Dow Theory V1 is not great. 300-point reverse, nice. And how are you going with it? Where are you building it? I was getting good results with buys, but this is just... it's worked wonders for me. VS, nice. How long did it take you? Pretty long? Thanks for the likes, guys. Thank you for the likes. Legends. VS Code. Like a week. A lot of hours in that. This is terrible. My buy sides were really good. The trade frequency is tripled. What is going on? What's my inputs? 0.4, 100, 500 look back, floating. Yeah, I don't know what's happened. 1.2A, way too many trades. This is so strange. So what's the next project then? That was trash. I wonder if this is the reason. I'm going to turn off both of these. On, off. It's so strange. I got like 500 trades with this. I thought this was improved. Just filtered way too much on it. Let me turn all of this off. This is FX Dreamer. It's like a no-coding platform, so you can build algorithms really, really quickly, pretty much. Build them quick. So like each one of these blocks has... I'm just trying to see if you can see this on the screen. Each one of these blocks has like the code in it. So for example, candle 5, or this one's easier. Candle low of 2 is below the candle low of 1 on the sell side. So it just makes it easier to be able to code, so you don't have to write it in code. Yeah, and then you just link them up. So like I want this to happen, I want this block to happen first, then this block, then this block, then this block. So it has like all the conditions met all the way at the bottom, and then you have one tree or whatever, and then it goes into the second, and then goes sell now, and then whatever you want to add into it. Just simplifies it so that, because normal coding is slow, hard, and tedious, this is just really quick. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Hang on, wait, I'll delete these. Let's try this. I built this section last night. I'm trying to figure out, it's so close to being good to go. The one I built last night was sweet. Had plenty of... but it just wasn't giving me a big enough sample size. It's like the trades were like 500... there's like 500 trades per pair, but it just wasn't... I like to have a little bit more. Here we go. A few runs been through. CAD yen. So now that you built one, what do you build? Do you keep building? I'm pretty big on just like endless building. I build and build and build. This is so strange. Oh, here we go. We're getting some good pairs. It wasn't good with all pairs. It was good for about 5 or 6 pairs. So this is the buy side. So UJ looks really good. 179 profit. This is based on just a 1-to-1. Takes me like half a day to back test. Well, this is back testing 15 years on every single pair that I have, and that's 82 separate pairs. I just do a very rough version first, so I create my hardware is bad. That's fair. Yeah, I built like a supercomputer. Kind of, it's not a supercomputer, but you know what I mean. Pretty high powered computer. I tried to get the best parts I could get. Also tried to do that countless weeks, but the problem I run up was trade frequency and win rate. What's your problem with your trade frequency? Too low, too high? So the reason I tried to adjust a little bit better. Yeah, look at all these. These are all like terribly performing pairs. Was because I get 200, 500. I'm only getting 200 over 15 years. We're not getting enough trade frequency in there, especially for this strategy. So I tried to alter it and edit it to make it a little bit more better. Get mad, see you. See you, mate. Like on the 3-year back test, for example, I only have like 50 trades and stuff. Depends on what your strategy is. What kind of strategy were you working on? Because that can be a huge deal. I use multiple ones like EAMA crossover for starting and went more into depth later ones. What are you building on? You shouldn't have that issue, You should have plenty of trade sample size. I'm just trying to zero in a little bit more, but you should have heaps. It depends on how everything is set up though. So you may just have some settings that are incorrect, essentially. So yeah. I need to increase the reset. Kick sticks, how are ya? What's going on? Thanks for joining, guys. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to try and reset this a few more times, so it's not just resetting once, as in like finding values. Because what are my thoughts on XRP? Yeah, I think it's kind of, it's one of those ones that's too far ahead to lag behind. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. And what I mean by that is like it's ingrained already within a lot of the financial industry that it's probably not going to fail. But it's still speculative risk. But I thought XRP would take over Swift payment, but then Swift end up getting their own high-speed payment. So I don't know, but they're working their way through it, which is a good thing. They're shaking the right hands and doing the right work. Regardless on price, you'll see all-time highs. Obviously, you're seeing all-time highs now. Who knows? There's such a big. They've got a big bank though. There's a lot of XRP that's locked still. So, from my understanding anyway, I'm not an XRP expert, but there's still a fair bit. So now we're just testing again. V2, a lot of losing pairs. UJ coming out, performer again. 410 trades. Do you think Ripple Gold to do away with Nostro accounts viable? I don't know anything about Nostro and Voto accounts viable. I don't know anything about that, so I can't really tell you anything. I'm not going to comment on something I have no idea about. Well, the core of my strat was to make decent scalping with 10-point profit goals on NAS 100. Okay. And how did that go? Oh, you said it wasn't getting you enough trades. You got to try a lot. You've got to try a lot of different systems. You can't really give up after one. You know what I mean? Just keep trying, keep building the new one. The more you build, the faster you get, the better idea you get of how systems work, and you just get better and better at developing, creating, building, testing. It's not so. It's the same with anything. Anything, every single thing in this life, pretty much, is a frequency. Is just a matter of frequency. So you have to up your frequency tenfold in order to get better at something. You know, those people that go to the gym 2 days a week aren't generally that good. Those people that train for any endeavor 2 days a week aren't that good. You need to do it every single day. Especially at a skill like this, it's very 1%er, top-notch kind of stuff. So you've really got to be doing the best you can. It's still not giving me the trade frequency that I want. You run your own comp. What's comp? If you don't have it now where you have 200 grand funding, I mean, oh, right, okay. I mean, developing these systems, like, if you really put it down, developing these systems will help both of those things, because one, you can focus more on the company because you'll be building EAs that are trading in the background that you no longer need to worry about or concentrate on. They'll just be trading automatically. Two, it'll increase your funding profits because you'll have more systems creating more percentage month on month. So to say you don't have enough time, you don't have enough time not to do it. You know what I mean? Like, you really need to be doubling down on building systems. It's just my personal opinion, but in order for you to have more time to run your own company and to manage your 200 grand better, you need to find time to build systems, because you focus on that hard thing, the other things will probably get easier. That's just my 2 cents anyway, but I could be completely wrong. So UJ's the only one that I'm really liking, which isn't enough for me. There's something wrong with this, and I just can't put my finger on it. Why is this performing much better? I'm going to run just the buys, turn off these buys. Because I really want to get this system wrapped up tonight. And I just need more frequency, like trade frequency, essentially. So please give me something. Since you're in this whole thing much more than me, would you say there's a universal strategy working over years? Universal strategy. Everyone always wants or hopes that there's a universal strategy. There is not one algorithm. There's not one strategy. Okay, it's not how it works. Okay, there's so many different aspects to the market. You can have 10, 20, 30 different strategies, and they can all work they can still all work. Let me show you something. I just made the video on how to, where are we looking? I need to load that one. I need my FX. Come on, mate. Sorry, I'm just trying to find this, but 500, 1000. So we're getting something that works over the years. This kind of strategy will work forever. Okay, I don't care what anyone says. We're in an uptrend, right? Let's stop this here. As soon as we break this high, you buy. That's it. Okay, on the daily time frame. As soon as you break that high, you buy. These are very, very simple concepts. I don't care how much they manipulate markets or whatever happens. This strategy here will work forever. Forever and ever and ever, because you can look at charts forever and it always happens. The secondary, there's two versions that I like to think. Well, there's three, and everyone knows them, but everyone wants to overcomplicate all this shit. Okay, daily time frame, break of the high, buy. That's all you have to do. You'll be profitable. I don't know smart money concepts. I don't know anything about it. The second variation of a strategy, there is only three, and they will work forever and ever and ever, because they always have. Okay, so just take this into context. This is normal price, does whatever. Okay, we get a tightening range. Make sure it's a tight range, like you can measure it using an ATR. Right? We put a buy order above, a sell order below, and wherever this goes, because price, once it's contained, once price ranges, very, very simple concepts. Once price ranges, it needs to explode. Look at any time frame. You can't avoid it, and it'll never go away. Cause what you showed was a break of structure. I don't give a shit about the break of structure. That's what everyone's labeling stuff these days. It's just, yeah, okay, if you want to call it a break of structure, break of a high, whatever it happens to be, I don't really care. All I know is there are these, I've been doing this now for 8 years, break of structure. We knew what that term was years and years ago. Has nothing to do with ICT. He didn't invent it. Range breakouts, okay, and the other one is price goes down a shitloads this way. What's it most likely going to do? Mean reversion, meaning you buy here, okay, you keep going into drawdown, you buy here, okay, you keep going into drawdown, you buy here, you keep going into drawdown. You know what I mean? Like, you just have wider stops. Eventually, price will revert back to the mean where you can take profit. Don't. Yeah, are the lower time frames more consistent for this type of breakout? No, higher time frames are always more consistent. Lower time frames have too much noise, way too much noise. This is so noisy. This is crap. Like, look how easy this stuff is to spot on the daily. Look at this. This is something I mocked up a little while ago. Run, pullback, run, pullback, run, pullback. Okay, we can look at this on the weekly. Right, I just made a pretty clear video on this. This is how the markets work, and they will work forever. This, when you're looking at it, this is just a straight run, meaning price is going in one direction with no pullbacks. Okay, this is a pullback. This is a run. This is a pullback. This is a run. This is on the weekly. What happens when we break this low? We continue. What happens when we break this low? We continue. What happens when we break this low? We continue. Larger drawdowns. Not necessarily, like, that's a weekly, but it happens on the daily as well. You know what I mean? Like, once you time it, like if we look at the weekly here, if price will do this, okay? It's very, very simple. Everyone overcomplicates it with all this, mitigate this and touch this and fucking feel that. It has nothing to do with it. It's just all, it's a fugazi. All these people talking absolute garbage to mesmerize you with some kind of voodoo. Run, pull back, run, pull back, run, pull back. Okay? We zoom in on this. People go, oh, there's ranges. What do you think the fucking pullbacks are? This is a range. Okay? Fine. What's the problem with that? It's the exact same thing as I just said. When you get a tightening pattern, which is a range, you can sell the ranges. Buy or sell the ranges. Okay, what if it's already run? Okay, well, we just do the third tactic that I just told you, mean reversion. Buy here, buy here, buy here. Eventually it's going to mean revert. There's 3 strategies. That's it. And everyone overcomplicates it. Just focus on one. The easiest one is, when this low is broken, just sell. When this high is broken, just buy. Don't overcomplicate it with all this 6-hour video tutorials. Come up with a strategy. Once the low is broken, have X amount of pips as a stop loss, have X amount of pips as a profit target. You shouldn't expect any larger drawdown because your risk should still be relative or still the same. Like if we take this same example and we've jumped down to the daily time frame now, right? Most consistent, most profitable are probably UJ, GJ, more high volatility, high moving, pound, dollar, gold. But it works with everything. Like, it doesn't work. No, that's an exaggeration. Most dollar and yen pairs, because they're both risk on, risk off assets, meaning that they have high volatility and high prices coming in, they'll majority of the time they'll run. Okay, whereas you look at Aussie Kiwi. So like we're looking at euro dollar right now. Let's go to US dollar JPY. Right. What happens when we break a high? This is on the daily time frame. What happens when we break this high? We absolutely moon. What happens when we break this high? We absolutely moon. Every single time we break these highs, we rocket, right? Very easy. What happens when we break this high? We take off. People overcomplicate this, jumping down on the 5-minute time frame. Don't need to. Mark your highs. Enter a very simple position like this. Okay, I'm going to put a pending order at the high. I'm going to put a stop loss at the previous low of this one candle below there. Then I'm just going to trail below the swings. This is a high, this is low, this is a swing, because we know the market goes up, pulls back, up. So all we're doing is going up, pull back, waiting for this high to be broken. We put our stops below here. Okay, we have this high now. So price pulls back. Once this high is broken, it doesn't break here, it breaks up here. From there, we move our stops below here. We've just made 3%. Very, very simple concepts, okay? You don't need to touch this and then fucking mitigate that and do all this other garbage people try to tell you. Very simple, just a simple break of the high. Break, keep running. Break, keep running. Whatever it happens to be. Time it, go on the daily, time it on the 15 minutes if you really want to. Just take that first initial push. Otherwise you can go to, if you want a mean reversion strategy, just go to Aussie Kiwi, and this is extremely mean reverting, meaning it just goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Yeah. It's simple, but it's not easy because everyone wants to make $1 billion instead of just being patient and making the same 5%. I mean, a lot of people will take 60 trades in a month when you've only got to take 4 or 5 in a month and get the exact same result. Like, what would you rather do? It's crazy work. EJ, UJ, breakout pairs, see Darwin, mean reversion. It's just how it is. Okay, I might jump off now. It's been good chatting to you. If you give me a follow, I'll be back again on Tuesday night. I go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday every night for about this time or a little bit earlier, about an hour or two earlier. Just building systems, talking trading. You can ask any questions. So if you give me a follow, I'll be back on Tuesday, and I'll see you all then. Have a good weekend. Australia. What about yourself?